Welcome to this week's verse of the week. And this week the verse is 2 Corinthians 5:7. It says, "We will walk by faith and not by sight." The beginning of this chapter, Paul is talking about heaven, the glories of heaven. And in verse 1, he describes our life as a tent. Paul refers to our life on earth as a tent. And if you've been camping before, it takes you about 10-15 minutes to set up a tent and tear it down. Point being that life here is so fragile. It comes and goes and ebbs and flows, and things aren't really secure. And so he gives us an example. In fact, he talks about in the next verses that while we're here, our bodies groan because they look forward to another kind of a body. And he's talking about our bodies that we'll have in heaven. And then we hit this verse in verse 7, "For we walk by faith and not by sight." So how does this tie into Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out, depending on what we chose for a title of this video? Now, I'm sure all of you guys have been to Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out, and if you have not, please. Not that I have a bias. I don't have any biases about which is better. It's just, this is what it is. Closed on Sunday, man. Closed on Sunday. So, yeah. But anyway, the point being that if you've been in those lines waiting for your food, you have, in fact, an expectation. You begin to smell the food and to think and to almost taste the food that you're expecting to have. It's kind of like you have a hope for the food that you're going to taste. And so Paul is saying that we live by faith. You've not seen that food, but you have a hope. You have a faith that once you get to that little window, the bag will be secure, that you're going to be having that food. In fact, he says the Holy Spirit secures us. Christ secures the bag for us. Christ gives us a down payment. He gives us security that we're going to be able to have the fullness of life, that new body that Paul's talking about, that new existence that he has for us in heaven. The Holy Spirit secures that for us. So the same way that you are smelling that food or waiting in line and have an expectation and a hope to get that food, which is why you can endure those lines, which at this point during the pandemic are about 10 or 15 or 20 minutes depending on what time you get there, you still have hope for the food you're gonna get. You're excited about it. And more so than the satisfying taste of Chick-fil-A, or you have to look forward to the satisfying pleasure of being with Christ forever. And that verse comes in right there. So we live by faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. Because we know what? We have the ability to endure to the end, because we have a great reward, something worth waiting for, something worth enduring for, something worth making hard decisions to honor God for, simply because we know that God has the best for us. And that's why we can live in expectation of what is to come, because our hope is secure, and we'll be more satisfied than an In-N-Out burger or a Chick-fil-A sandwich or a Popeye sandwich, because we'll be fully satisfied by God himself. So that's why we can walk by faith and not by sight.
Better than your mom's car.
Oh, snap. All right.
Yeah,
calling out moms now.
Her car struggles to get to your house.
All right, dude.
This car's one struggle.
So this is like the intro to your YouTube channel. Set. Go.
Oh, it's a video?
Yeah, it's a video straight up.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining the channel. I'd like to thank all my supporters. Like and subscribe. Thank you, guys.
You get it? You get what I said?
It's kind of weird with the audience.
Right? Hi.
Join to get used to it.
Yeah, I figured.
Like at Metro.
But yes, this week, guys, we are going to do the Coke and Mentos challenge. It's gonna be fun.
Imagine like 4 months of you just doing videos in front of people, like you get used to it.
I'll eventually be like Casey Neistat.
Eventually.